Well, hello and welcome back, and thank you for coming back. Today we are in downtown Kato Paphos. The sky is blue, the sea is blue, I'm in blue, all that's missing is you. And we've come to a special hotel for a special subscriber, for some very, very special people indeed. Miss Oching Gracivia Booth, what have you got to say?
Hello everybody, how nice to see you again. We are loving you to bits, and we are greeting you from the bottom of our two hearts, Mr. Paul's and mine. Today is especially for Mrs. Jaclyn and Mr. Stephen. Especially for you, Mrs. Jaclyn and Mr. Stephen, and his lovely father, Mr. Ronnie Miller, who asked us kindly to make a lovely, especially for these two just new getting couple, how just married couple, no, we'll be married couple.
She's losing her English. Right, come on, Booth.
And especially for you, especially for you, especially for you, two lovely people, just smile. Right,
come on, Booth. Let's get into the hotel, because we are at the Phaethon Beach Hotel, and, well, that's where they're going to get married.
You know that one day we're going to be arrested.
One of these days, there is no doubt that we are going to be arrested, because, of course, what we're doing is not quite allowed, because we are still under COVID-19 restrictions, and technically, if you understand, foreigners are allowed to come into the country and go wherever they want.
Actually, we are foreigners.
Well, we are foreigners, but we're residents of Cyprus, so therefore we're not allowed to do that. Anyway, we're going to do it anyway. As you may have noticed, we've been in this hotel once or twice before, so guess what? We're going to go in again. Right, go on the move. In you go. I'll follow you. And get us through it as fast as you can, because this manager doesn't like us. Here we go. We're entering the foyer, and we're going to get it to the rear of the hotel, and then we're going to take you. Where's the booth going? The booth has lost the rooms. The diamond shop. The diamond shop's over there, but that's not where we're going to go. We're going to go into the bar area. Look at that. It's a beautiful hotel, by the way. Whether you've been here before or not, we don't know, but it is a truly spectacular hotel. Miss LaBouffe has got to move on, because there is something playing in the background, and, well, YouTube just doesn't like it, that's for sure. Here we go. So this is where you are going to come.
I quite like my hat.
You do. It's a very nice hat indeed. But unfortunately, as usual, something is playing in the background, so we've got to leg it and get to that pool. And, as requested by Mr. Ronnie, we're going to take a little walk out left and end up at one of the beach bars, which I believe is the Rikkos Beach Bar. But hold on a minute, wait for this. Look at that. Wow. Absolutely spectacular. Is it good? Yeah. LaBouffe, what have you got to say?
I think I've swallowed my tongue again. I'm speechless.
Yes. Stephen, Jaclyn, well, you've chose a great place to get married, and you've chose a great hotel, that's for sure. Is it good? It's good. He loves it. He's having the time of his life, that's for sure. So we're going to take you through the hustle and the bustle. We're going to show you the pool. We're going to head towards the playing music, and then, as usual, we're going to do a runner. Go on, LaBouffe. Guide the way as the music volume goes up. Take us for a run, that's for sure. Right, it's time. That music is playing in the background, so it is time for me and Miss Oching Gracivia Booth to run. That's for sure. Here we go. Go on, Booth. We haven't got long, because YouTube just doesn't like it, that's for sure. There's the new pool, absolutely spectacular. Security is hot on our heels. Come on, Booth. Right, we've made it, that's for sure. And that's where you're going to tie the knot. Look at that. And look at the view. It's a view to die for, that's for sure. such inclusive LaBeouf.
You know what? I'm gonna stand here. Woo! Oh my God. Unfortunately, we're getting old, me and you. Nobody else. I'm talking about me and Mr. Paul. Well, it was a lovely hotel from what we could observe and see. People enjoying their holidays. The children are very happy, smiley. They all mention that it's good. So, Miss Jaclyn, Mr. Steven, we wish you a great life in the future for you too. Because, you know what? Mr. Romy is gonna be very happy about you too. So,
right.
I'm gonna...
Come on, LaBeouf, dismount.
You know what is the problem?
Yes, it's not level, so dismount. Right, come on, LaBeouf. Mr. Ronnie has asked us to take, well, to have a little quick walk out to one of the beach bars. Now, there are 3 or 4 beach bars out that way, but they are a long walk, so we're going to walk to the first one, have a little snoop around, and, well, maybe get a drink after we've cut. But there it is, the rear of the hotel. Absolutely wonderful hotel it is, by the way. We know a few people who've stayed there now, and they've all told us it's absolutely wonderful, including the superstar Mr. Dave Jono. He stayed there, he heard about us, he flew out, stayed there. We picked him up most nights and took him out and partied around and did bits and bobs, and he tells us that it was wonderful. Look at that, what a view. So right on your doorstep, you've got a water sports centre. So if you want to go monkeying around in the water, this is where you come. You can also hire a Segway. Look at that, LaBeouf.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
And you can go to Jeep Safari. So there's plenty of things for you to do when you come down here, that's for sure. Paphos is full of things to do. It's one of the most welcoming and frightening, I'm losing my English. As we can see, LaBeouf has been sidetracked and LaBeouf found a new friend, four-legged friend, a little dog. Come on, LaBeouf, we've got places to go and places to see.
Doggy.
Well, he was quite a nice doggy, but we haven't got time, LaBeouf. We've got to get to this beach bar, because otherwise the people are going to get bored and they're going to click off and they're going to go and watch, well, Harold Vorder, who's somewhere on the Ukrainian border. They may even go and watch Bear News in Syria, which is just over there. But you never know.
They're not going to watch anybody except us, because what we do, only we do.
Well, maybe. Hopefully you'll stay with us for a bit longer, and hopefully one day, you never know, Mr. Jeremy Payne, Mr. Simon Payne, you might even get to buy a t-shirt. They'll be cheap, that's for sure. Let's keep going, LaBeouf. As you can see, we're doing a little bit of off-roading now, but luckily she's got those boots on and I've got a pair of, well, walking running shoes on, that's for sure. Here we go. So stick with us for a few more minutes, Mr. Ronnie, Mr. Stephen, and the wonderful future Mrs. Miller, Jaclyn. Well, once you marry Stephen, she will become a Miller. She'll become a Miller, which I actually think is a very nice...
Not all the women change in this way.
Well, in general in the UK they do, in general. So she will be known as Mrs. Jaclyn Miller. That's got a bit of a ring to it, quite nice.
Yeah.
I like that. Because I remember there was a Jaclyn Smith in a program called Charlie's Angels.
Yeah.
And she was a truly beautiful woman, as I'm sure the future Mrs. Miller is.
Yeah.
And she played one of the leading roles in the, well, detective series called Charlie's Angels.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
It's a little bit hard way.
Yeah, well, it's a little bit hard on the feet to walk, but it's not far to walk. It's about 5 minutes, so stick with us as it's going to level out a bit now. It's getting a bit better. What they've been doing is removing all the seaweed, as you can see. So they've made a bit of a mess of the pathway. But I'm sure they'll go along it with another digger, scrape it, make it flatter, and make it that little bit easier for you to walk to these bars. And here they come. Here's the first one. This is a fish taverna. Atlantida fish taverna. Very, very busy as the season progresses. There's a few tables occupied, as we can see in the distance there. There's a bit of an open air little, well, we won't call it a market, but there are a few market stalls over there on a Sunday. And then here is a bar right on the beach, which obviously is part of the restaurant.
Ah, it's a doggies competition.
It appears to be something, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So all these people have come down to parade their dogs. So there's obviously something going on. It's a bit of a dog show, and one of them is going to be crowned the greatest dog in the whole of Paphos, that's for sure. Let's show the view as we go down. And there is something playing in the background as usual, Miss LaBouffe, so it could be time for us to move on a little bit faster, that's for sure. Come on, LaBouffe, it's time, because YouTube just doesn't like that thing playing in the background, that's for sure. Come on, LaBouffe, you're getting old.
It's not only doggies, it's children as well. I'm watching.
It's a bit of a market, if you understand, LaBouffe. Yeah, there's one or two market stalls over there, if that's what you call them. And people have brought their dogs down for a walk along the beach.
They are registered.
Yeah. And there is the plyage. Absolutely spectacular, that's for sure. Look at that view. Look at the blueness of the sea and the clearness of the sky. Wow, absolutely beautiful.
Mr. Paul, do you know what time the doggy competition is starting?
I will ask on the way back.
Yeah.
And I think I might pay an end to you, because you may win, that's for sure. You crawl around on 4 legs.
Monkey among the dogs.
The monkey amongst the dogs. We may win the top prize, you never know. Look at that. There's a mountain of seaweed, and there's a gentleman with his daughter or granddaughter monkeying around. He's having a good time, that's for sure. Lovely, absolutely wonderful. So we're now about to get to the first beach bar. Well, that was a taverna, this is the bar, and this is the most famous bar and the oldest bar on this beach. This beach is known as Rikkos Beach, and this bar, guess what? It's called Rikkos Beach Bar. So stick with us for another minute and we will be there. It's a bit hard on the feet because now we are walking on sand. But we're almost there. Here we go. We're going to enter the rear. Should we go into the rear, LaBouffe?
Yeah.
I'll follow you. Go on. So there you go, Mr. Stephen, Mr. Jaclyn, especially for you. We've gone across country. We're using 4-wheel drive, and now we are here at the Rikkos Beach Bar. And as you can see, it is hotting up.
And again, it's some music.
Yep, so we'll just go straight through and out to the beach. And we'd like to thank you for the time that you are sparing with us and sharing with us, and we truly, truly appreciate it, and we look forward to meeting each and every one of you, that's for sure. You don't have to be subscribed, you can drop a comment, and you don't have to be subscribed to interact with us on our walks as we wander around the great Paphos district. Look at that. So that is the Rikkos Beach Bar. Not only the oldest, but the most famous bar on the whole of this beach, that's for sure. Let's get down to the plyage, LaBouffe, and then you can say a big goodbye. So all that's left for me to say is thank you, Mr. Ronnie, thank you for supporting us, and we'd like to say and wish your son and future daughter-in-law the greatest time in their life. And we hope they have a wonderful time when they get to Paphos, and we hope they stay married for the rest of their lives and continue to come back to the island of love, which is Paphos, that's for sure. LaBouffe, what have you got to say?
I wish you the same. I wish you the long, happy life together, and a whole life full of happiness and the luxury flowers into your hands, my dear Miss Jaclyn. And I wish you the best holidays you have ever had. Thank you for watching, and many thanks for your attention, and many thanks for your coming back and back. We love you. Bye-bye.
Okay, thanks for watching. I'll leave you with the spectacality of the view as the sea laps against the shoreline on Rikkos Beach. Thanks for watching. Is it good? It's good.